Now, when selecting lighting fixtures for your home, you might be wondering what criteria exactly should you be looking at when trying to select these fixtures for different spaces of your home. Well, there are key details that you definitely need to put into consideration when picking out lighting pendants, chandeliers, and so on for different rooms in your home. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing that with you. So anyway, guys, Faazati Ali here, interior designer, and why don't we jump right into the video. Now, when you walk into a lighting store, they have quite a variety of lighting fixtures. The first thing you want to think about is the height of the space you're going to be putting this lighting fixture that you're looking for. Now, it is very important because some of our spaces have double ceilings, some of our spaces have short ceilings, and so you need to really keep this in mind when picking out a lighting fixture. So walk into that place. Of course, it gets a bit confusing. There's so many to choose from, and this might be something that just you forget to tick off in your head, but you need to really consider this. So we have lighting pendants that actually have fixed heights. They're usually in metal, and so you fix the metal directly to the ceiling. It's not adjustable. We also have pendants that are adjustable, most times with like a string that you can actually pull, so you can make it longer towards the floor area, or you can make it shorter towards the ceiling area. So this is very important to think about when you are selecting your pendant. If you have a double ceiling, scale and proportion is important. You can pick out a pendant that is way too small, then it's not going to be seen, it's not really going to be worth it. A lighting pendant is supposed to be some kind of focal point that you're creating in a space, so pick out something that will actually be seen and stand out and look aesthetic and actually add something into the room. If you have shorter ceilings, then go for something that is adjustable. This would allow you to actually play around with height. Once you have it in your home, you can figure out which particular height actually works for me. Or you can go for the fixed one, which if it works for the space, then it's completely fine. So height of the room is very important. It's definitely something you want to put into consideration. Don't take something that is way too long. Now you're walking into your house, and anytime you pass the other pendant, you're almost hitting yourself on it. And okay, that might have been a staircase pendant that you're using in your living room or your dining. Let's not do that. So yeah, guys, please keep that in mind. It is quite important. Think about the height of your room. So maybe take measurements before even looking for your lighting fixtures. Now, when picking out a lighting fixture for your home, the second thing you definitely want to keep in mind is which room exactly are you going to be fitting this pendant. I mean, we have chandeliers, we have pendants, and of course some are larger, some are smaller, some are singular, and so exactly which room you're putting it into will determine what you also pick. In the living room area, we're probably going to be going for something like a chandelier or a large pendant that looks absolutely amazing. This will fit greatly in this particular room. Going for something that is way too small or singular pendant in a living room area might not really give the look that we're looking for, unless you're quite a minimalist, which is absolutely, okay. In the dining room area, chandelier would be great, but I would advise that in a dining room area, you just go for pendant lights, either a linear one or the singular pendant lights. So a linear one would work really great if you're working with a rectangular dining table. It would look absolutely amazing because it will work with the length of your table. Of course, when you're picking this one, consider the length of your table. I mean, the longer, maybe the better, because this will actually look like it's tied to your table, making it look even more aesthetic and appealing to look at. You want to think about that. If you also have the same long table, if you don't want to go for a linear pendant, you've seen some really beautiful singular pendant, then have 2, 3, 4, depending on the length of your table. This looks absolutely amazing. I mean, this is the same thing that will also work for a kitchen island. When you have a round dining table in the dining room area, then you might want to go for something that looks circular, because a circular pendant with a circular table, again, they are tying together and creating a composition of their own that looks amazing and appealing to look at. So that is very important. In the kitchen area, you probably want to go for the singular pendants like I talked about. You probably want to go for something linear, because I mean, it's usually something that's long, so you can think about doing that in this particular space. In the bedroom area, you can either have a chandelier in the middle of the room, Or you can always go ahead and have bedside pendants. This is still beautiful and look amazing. In the bathroom area, of course, why we're saying you have to think about the space before you buy the light. Imagine seeing a beautiful chandelier and thinking, oh, this would look great in my bathroom vanity area. No, it's too big for that space. So go for singular pendants. This will look a whole lot better. The chandelier might look a lot better on top of maybe your bathtub area. This still works really amazingly. But yeah, guys, it's very important to put in mind the exact space you're going to be putting this lighting fixture. This will be quite a huge deciding factor when you're choosing which lighting fixture you're going to be adding or buying from a particular place. Now you're in this lighting shop, you've already figured out the height of your space, you've figured out the room you want to place this lighting fixture. The next thing you want to think about before selecting that lighting fixture is the style of your space. Now style definitely dictates what we bring into our home because different styles have different characteristics. So say a modern space, you might want to bring in a bit of a metallic maybe lighting fixture with a modern look and so on. You probably have a Scandinavian style going on. This is definitely going to change the look. You probably want to go for something a little woven and a little bit of natural materials. Same to Japandi. When it comes to minimalistic, you probably want to avoid something that's too, out there, that shouts quite a bit. You want to go for a minimal looking lighting fixture. The different styles will definitely dictate what will actually work with the space. You also want to bring in a light fixture that ties together with the rest of the room. Imagine having a Scandi sort of space or a minimalistic sort of space, and so it comes down with whatever's within the room, and then you go out there and just bring out this exaggerated, blinged up sort of lighting pendant chandelier that just fits more of a glam look. It's not really fitting into your space, so it's kind of looking off with the rest of the items in the room. You have to think about the rest of the items in your room and then try to match your lighting pendant to this. If you have a lot of brass going on in the space or hints of brass here and there, maybe in your accessories, on your table legs and so on, bringing in something with a bit of brass on it will tie together really well with the rest of the items in the room because it creates a certain flow. It creates a pattern that you can actually follow with your eyes when you walk into the space, just giving it a nice cohesive look and a nice cohesive composition. So very important. Industrial look will probably go for a more of a metallic sort of fixture. Every style has the different characteristics that look more close to it, and those are what you're going to be thinking about when you're picking a lighting fixture for your home. Color temperature is also a very important aspect to consider when you're selecting your lighting fixtures. Now, in our homes, in our humble abodes, you probably want to go for warm lighting, which are those colors that range from those yellows to those oranges like the sunset, and this is about 2700 to 3000 kelvins. Now, when it comes to color temperature, we also have cool ones, and these are mostly the bluish, whitish sort of looks when it comes to color temperature. So whenever it comes to homes, the best color option in the bedroom, in the living room, the dining room area is usually the warm lighting because this just gives a sense of, coziness, hominess, which is amazing for our homes. So you want to put warm lighting in these different spaces in your home, and maybe when it comes to a home office or a study area, that's where you might select the cooler tones, which are the whites or the going towards the blues. This will be better in this space because cooler color temperatures tend to actually keep a mind more alert and more active. So superbly selected for this particular two areas, an office or a study area. So this is something to definitely consider. So you're in that shop, you've picked up your lighting fixture, you've decided this is the one you're going for. If it comes with bulbs, then it means they have options with either blues or the oranges that we're talking about. That is cool and warm. You want to go for warm ones because this will be the best for your home. I mean, if you also have the option of going with LEDs that can actually change color temperatures, then so be it. This would actually be really great because then you can fit the color temperature while you're in your home as you please and whenever you feel like it. If you want to use the space for something more serious, maybe today what you want to do is just get in there, do some work, do some studies in whatever room in the house, then you can just, change the light temperature. If you want to relax, you can make it a little warmer. So it's amazing that you can also do that. And if you're selecting bulbs, then go for warm lights. This would be the best option in your home that will actually create a nice serene feel when you walk and light up your space in the evenings. So yeah guys, warm lighting would be the best color temperature. Now, something else you definitely want to think about when you're selecting that lighting fixture is creating a focal point. Now, accent lighting, these are the pendants, chandeliers, and so on. These ones are used to add aesthetics into your space. And a lot of times they are also used to create a statement and be the focal point in a room. So when you're selecting your lighting fixtures, have this in mind. Pick a lighting fixture that will actually create a wow factor in your space or in your home. This will create an instant focal point in the room, which is something we definitely want to achieve. I mean, having that statement in a room thanks to your lighting fixture will create that nice appeal in the space, making it look even more aesthetic. So the best way to do this when you're picking up a lighting fixture is to just go for something that stands out. But remember all the other points I've talked about. It needs to fit with your style, it needs to fit with the room, and then now go for something that actually stands out, maybe bold in some way, maybe slightly different material from everything else so that you can actually see it pop, slightly different color, slightly different maybe finishes. You can also go for something large and bold so that it stands out. That's why in all my points I never mentioned size anywhere. I feel like size is not exactly important when it comes to maybe picking out a lighting fixture. It is important in a large space. You don't want to go for something too small, but I can't say that in a small space you don't want to go for something a bit large, because this actually creates a really unique boldness. So when it comes to a small space or even a kitchen or a dining room, sometimes the best way to create a focal point is to go for a big bold lighting pendant. So no matter the size of the space, no matter the size of the table, no matter the size of your island, a big bold one will actually look really great and create that focal point that you actually would love to create. So very important, think about using lighting to create focal points. So this is something to also consider when you're selecting a lighting fixture for your home. So guys, if you keep all these tips in mind while selecting your lighting fixture, I bet you're gonna be going home with the best one that will fit your home. So guys, I hope you'll be thinking about all this when selecting a lighting fixture for any room in your home, because this will allow you to pick the right one and the one that will fit your home best. Lighting fixtures are amazing. They create a beautiful focal point in our interiors. They are necessary. So please, these are more like accent lightings, because of course we have our general lighting, but accent lightings such as the pendants and chandeliers are used to create that nice appeal in the space. So very important. So guys, think about incorporating this into the different spaces of your home. Anyway guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Kindly subscribe, I will be so grateful. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I will be truly grateful, and see you next week inshallah with another video. Love you guys.